What's going on? We have breaking news. Ian Rappaport has tweeted that former Colts owner Jim Irsay has sold the team to Peyton Manning and a team of investors. Irsay has cited wanting to spend more time with his family as his reason for selling the team, and Peyton Manning, the longtime Indianapolis Colts quarterback and overall probably the best player in Colts history, taking up ownership of the team. So a new era in Indianapolis is underway, and he's going to try to bring more Super Bowls to this city. Before we get into it, I do want to show the settings that we will be playing on. So all Madden, that's kind of the big one. Pre-existing injury is going to be on. We are starting at the current week. So we also have career clock on. I cannot speak right now. Progressive fatigue is off. Practice injury is going to be on. And then if we come down here, there is going to be dev trait regression, but I did bump dev star players all the way up to 500, and then we'll be playing on 10-minute quarters. So we're going to hop right into it now. So Indianapolis Colts, a lot has happened over the offseason. Obviously, Carson Wentz is their big move that they made, and so we really want to just kind of, think about, is he the future? Do we need to draft a quarterback? So we do have 3 breakout players already. Some players really negotiate, and Chris Williams got signed by the Bucs. Okay. Well, first we're going to do a roster overview, kind of getting into this new team. So first, let's look. Carson Wentz, obviously the quarterback. But I don't have plans to really keep him super long unless he impresses. He's very expensive. Obviously, we did trade the first round pick for him. It is conditional, but I'm not planning on benching him or anything, so it'd probably stay conditional unless he gets hurt. Jacob Eason, Brett Hundley, and Sam Ellinger all round out the QB room. Nobody really here that is exciting for the future. But let's go into the running back room, which is the reason I chose the Colts. Jonathan Taylor, my fantasy running back, and also probably one of my favorite running backs in the league, 86 overall. He should be superstar by now, but we're going to get him to superstar. I want to make him the best running back in the league. Marlon Mack, Nyheim Hines, Jordan Wilkins, a very good running back room. Obviously, Marlon Mack, coming off the injury, has requested a trade, and we're going to be looking to give him that trade. So that's something we may do. Also, Marlon Mack, he was a really good running back, so if we can't find a good trade for him, he's good backup, but I just don't really see a role for him. Jonathan Taylor, I really want to be an all-around back, and then Nyheim Hines is that speedy change of pace back that I think would be really good for this offense. No fullback. Wide receiver room is meh. T.Y. Hilton obviously just came back from his injury. He looked pretty good, but he's old. He's 31. Last year of his deal, I'm pretty sure. Oh, but did not mean to sort it. Let's do this again. Last year of his deal, if I am correct. He's got a gnarly beard for some reason. Yeah, last year of his deal. Zach Pascal, he's young, he's all right. But Michael Pittman really going to be the future. He's having a very good year. If we check his stats so far on the year, he's doing pretty good. 403, that 1 touchdown. Not too far into the season, looking like he's definitely going to surpass those numbers that he had his rookie year. And then Paris Campbell is really the last notable member of this pass-catching unit. Tight end, we have Jack Doyle and Mo Alley-Cox. This 1-2 punch. Mo Alley-Cox is probably going to be our starter. He's younger, and he's looked just pretty good. Eric Fisher at left tackle. Quentin Nelson is injured, but he is the best guard in the league. Ryan Kelly, Mark Glowinski is meh. Braden Smith is pretty good. So really, if we go back, it's replacing, big hole left with Eric Fisher there. It's but left tackle, right guard are really our 2 places we want to get better at. And here, Kwity Paye, rookie out of Michigan, he's going to be our starter. He is incredibly gifted. He's very athletic, and I want him to be our starter. Across from him is going to be Tyquan Lewis, who was going to have the chance to start this year, but we may replace him. Obviously, we have Kamiko, or is it? I don't really know how to say it. Anyways, names. I will learn their names. But he's all right. He doesn't have as good pass rush moves as Tyquan Lewis, and so that's why he's going to probably serve a backup role, but he's good depth to have. DeForest Buckner from the 49ers, traded for him a little while ago. He's going to be the cornerstone on this defensive line, hopefully with Kwity Paye. Let's see, make sure we can get what we want done with him. Obviously, we also have Grover Stewart. He's all right. I don't know how long he has left on his contract, though. Let's see, contract. So he's got 3 years, but he does get pretty expensive. We may look to move on from him. Darius Leonard, another cornerstone of this defense. We're looking for him to be like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, year in, year out. Bobby Okereke, the only middle linebacker we might want to try to, if we trade Marlon Mack, maybe we want some depth at that position, so we'll see. And then right outside linebacker, nobody here that's really, going to be here for long. That's definitely a place we want to get better at. Cornerback room, we got Kenny Moore, Xavier Rhodes, who's pretty old. Not really excited about having him start because he is kind of slow. I mean, Kenny Moore is also slow. This is just not a very speedy cornerback room besides maybe Isaiah Rodgers. Rocky Sin has looked good. TJ Carey is injured, but he's all right. Isaiah Rodgers, like I said, has that speed, so he may get into the mix, even though he does not have the good ratings. 67 man, 69 zone. I mean, he's not as good as these other guys, but he's got the speed, and if Xavier Rhodes is getting burnt on like 9 routes, then Isaiah Rodgers may come in. Julian Blackmon has a couple picks. It's looked good. Andrew Sendejo, probably the worst safety of all time. I'm an Eagles fan, so I don't have a lot of love for Andrew Sendejo. Kari Willis, he's serviceable. And George Odom, he looks all right. Obviously, we got Rodrigo Blankenship. We got Goggles here. He is injured, but when he comes back, Michael Badgley is out of here. And then Rigoberto Sanchez, a good punter. No Pat McAfee, but he's young, and he's got pretty good kick power, kick accuracy. So yeah. And then if we go here, obviously we're missing that first round pick, but we do have all the rest of our picks plus that. Well, we don't. We actually are missing our 6th. And then we have the 7th from Philly. Practice squad, we got Kiki Kute, who may get signed to our active roster. Marvin Tell, Malik Jefferson, Patty Fisher. So we got some good guys here. But Kiki may get signed. He's got some good speed. He always gets picked up by the Chargers in this franchise. Marvin Tell usually gets signed as well, so we'll see. But like I said, we are looking for a trade. What is happening? What was that? Anyways, we are going to look for a trade for Marlon Mack. Like I said, he has requested that trade. So let's see. So we go to Trade Center here. Tested some things out. We're going to check the trade block, which is something I did not do. Nobody's really here. Okay, I think it's because I just started maybe. The trade block's a little weird like that. What's happening? Okay. So the Chiefs and the Ravens have both been rumored to have interest. And so if we look at the Ravens here, like I said, maybe looking for a linebacker. They don't have much to offer. Maybe Malik Harrison. Anybody else? Not really. Tyus Bowser maybe, but he's more of a pass rusher. Nobody super interesting unless we can get maybe a middle linebacker. And if we check the Chiefs here, another team that's been rumored in real life, and you could go to their linebackers. Nobody. But Archer McKinney, Nick Bolton's too young to be traded. Nobody good. So they have some corner depth, but really it's going to be the Ravens. And so this is going to be the offer we try to get for Marlon Mack. We're going to try to get, how old is Malik Harrison? 2nd-year player. He's buried behind the depth chart by LJ Fort, Patrick Queen. He's the 3rd on their depth chart, so we're going to try to get him. for Marlon Mack, we are also going to ask that they throw in a 4th, and then we are going to throw in that Philadelphia 7th. See if this can get it done. If we are kind of asking for a lot with that 4th round pick, it's not as necessary. I just want to see if I can finesse a little bit. So we will see right now, and it has been accepted. So Marlon Mack is going to the Ravens. There, a lot of injuries at that running back position, but now we also got their 4th round pick. So Marlon Mack and a 7th for Malik Harrison and a 4th round pick. So we got some depth at that linebacker position, but he may bump out to right outside linebacker and get some reps there. So now if we come here and go to our roster, we have here middle linebacker Malik Harrison, 73-23. He's a developmental player, but he's got 84 tackle. He's a little slow at 84 speed, but he has that 83 hit power, 85 pursuit with the boost. Got some good agility, some good jumping. His coverage is not great at a 54 man, but he does have 63 zone, which is pretty decent for a linebacker. So we are going to edit him, and we're going to bump him out to right outside linebacker, and he's going to take over that spot. So if Matt wants to load, bump him out to right outside linebacker. And our first move now is having Malik Harrison on this squad. I'm very excited. Hopefully he can make some plays for us, and we'll see how that goes. So now if we come out here, one last thing before we call it, just for the intro, we're gonna check out. We're gonna look at our depth chart, and then we're gonna look at our stats. So the depth chart is gonna look like this. We're gonna reorder it really quick. Carson Wentz is starting. Jacob Eason, Brett Hundley, fine with that. Jonathan Taylor, Nyheim Hines, Jordan Wilkins, like that. Wiley Cox is not gonna run fullback. We're gonna have Granson. So Kalen Granson is gonna run fullback. T.Y. Michael Pittman's gonna be our number 2. Another big body here, but I actually like Paris Campbell more. So Paris Campbell's gonna bump up. We're gonna have Zach Pascal kind of lower, and then we're gonna have the rookie here. He's, he doesn't have a lot of speed, but he can earn his way up to that 5th wide receiver spot. But the speed alone is gonna get Ashton up on that depth chart. Jack Doyle is gonna bump down to our backup tight end spot. Molly Cox is going to stay as our starter. He also has more speed, more excel, so I like that at that tight end position. O-line is gonna stay the same. Obviously missing Quentin Nelson is going to hurt us, but we're going to lean on Jonathan Taylor and try to make sure that stays not a problem. Kwity Paye is going to bump up to a starter, and then Tyquan Lewis is going to stay a starter, but we actually are going to take out TikTok star Isaac out here, and we are going to put Kamoko as our backup. Defense tackle is going to stay the same. Linebacker, obviously, we just made that trade. But yeah, so Malik Harrison's going to bump into that right outside linebacker. Kenny Moore, Xavier Rhodes, Rockison, Isaiah Rodgers, Julian Blackman, Kari Willis. And then if we go to our 3rd down back, Nyheim Hines, power back, Jonathan Taylor, slot wide receiver, I'm going to put Paris Campbell. I'm going to put Paris Campbell. I'm going to put T.Y. and I'm going to put Nyheim Hines. There are a lot of different stuff brought to the table, but I like this. Paris Campbell, I think that speed is going to really help us there. Actually, I'm going to put T.Y. in the slot. Now that I think about it, I want Paris Campbell to be our burner. Then next to Michael Pittman's going to be our big body, so T.Y. Hilton's going to get those routes. He's a little slower now. I mean, he's not super slow. His 91 speed is not anything to laugh at, but we're going to do that. Then Nyheim Hines can come there, and Paris Campbell can bump out. Rush right end, Tyquan Lewis. Rush left end is going to be Kwity Paye. We're going to actually do you. Defensive tackle, DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart. Sub linebacker, Darius Leonard, Bobby Okereke. Slot corner is going to be Kenny Moore. Rocky Sins back there, and the practice squad is there. I do want to check one last thing that I forgot I said I was gonna do, but I forgot I said it already. We're gonna come here, We're going to check our wide receiver room. Do we want to get the rookie? The rookie... I think I'm going to sign the rookie. Okay, rookie's going to move to the practice squad. And then if we go to our practice squad here, I'm going to sign Kiki because I know he's going to probably get poached. And I actually want him to be our backup slot. So if we look at Kiki, number 18, so yeah, he's gonna run our backup slot. He's got 91 speed, he's got some good route running, so yeah, I feel good about that. So we made a few moves, not too much has changed, but yeah, it's gonna be a new look, it's gonna be a rebuild. I don't expect us to win the Super Bowl now. This is a big year in telling us what we have with Carson Wentz. Because if Carson Wentz does not impress, then he is going to be... Is Kiki? Oh, there he is. Let's say. So we're going to have T.Y. and then Kiki and then Nyheim Hines there. But this is really Carson Wentz's, season to impress. Last thing before we go, going to look at the stats of the team. Carson Wentz hasn't looked bad these last couple games. He only has 1 pick, 9 touchdowns, 1,500 yards. He's on pace for a really good season. Let's hope he keeps that up. Jonathan Taylor, 472 for the last 2 games. He's really lit it up. Nyheim Hines, 101-1. Michael Pittman, like I said, or we checked on earlier, 401. Jonathan Taylor. So we want to get other people involved. Obviously, I like Jonathan Taylor, but I don't want him as our number 2 receiver. We need one of these other guys to step up. We'll see who it is. Blocking, whatever. A lot of tackles from Bobby so far. Darius Leonard, of course. If you look at the sacks, only 2. We need to get that up. We need more sacks. And same thing with interceptions. 2 by Darius Leonard, not a lot. So yeah, that's kind of our team. I'm excited about it. I hope that we can really, step it up and see what it is. Obviously, if we come here, our offensive rank is number 14. Our defensive rank is number 21. So it's not too great of where we're ranking, but we're 2 and 4. We are 2nd place in the division. There's still a lot of, time, a lot of games. We have the Titans in week 8, so there's a lot that can happen. So we really need to focus on beating San Francisco, getting back into that win column, make consecutive weeks that we can win, and see where Peyton Manning takes this team. Well, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I'm excited to go on this journey with you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.